number of cases from around the country that we're looking at. As for the active number of cases, it has crossed the 49,000 mark, currently stands at 49,219. 2,549 patients who have succumbed to the virus so far, and more than 26,000 recoveries that we're looking at in India so far. My colleague Vikram also joins us with more details on the same and also an analysis on the recovery rate and the mortality rate. Vikram.
Well, Christine, the death toll has risen by 134 in the past 24 hours. That's a significant rise. Yesterday, the rise was not this much. And if we talk about the mortality rate still hovers around the 3.3% mark. In fact, it has gone down a bit. It is now 3.26. It was yesterday around 3.3. So that's a good sign. But like we've been pointing out in the past few days, there are a few states that continue to be a big picture of worry. One of them being Maharashtra. And in Maharashtra, the total number of cases is just 78 under 26,000, and the death toll has risen to 975. Now, that's a significant spike in just Maharashtra alone. And yes, we've been reporting since morning how Mumbai has alone single-handedly reported over 800 cases in the past 24 hours and over 40 deaths. So yesterday, the Maharashtra death toll was just about 921. Today, it has risen to 975. So in Maharashtra alone, there have been more than 50 deaths. The second worst affected state, like we've been pointing out in the past few days, has been Gujarat. And in Gujarat, the total number of cases is fast closing in on the 10,000 mark. Right now, it stands at 9,267, and the death toll is 566. Another big development that has taken place as far as the death toll around the country is concerned is Delhi. Now, Delhi has crossed the death toll of 100, now 106 deaths in Delhi, and the total number of cases just too short of 8,000. So Gujarat, Maharashtra and Delhi accounting for a large percentage of the deaths and cases across the country. West Bengal, and we were reporting about how the situation is quite worrisome in West Bengal because there's been a lot of questions over the numbers that have been updated by the West Bengal government. The death toll in West Bengal has now crossed 200 mark. It's 207, and the cases currently stand at 2290. So the mortality rate in West Bengal is hovering around the 10% mark, which is a big picture of worry. And AIIMS officials, and including AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria, has pointed out that how June and July could be the COVID peak for India. And also this comes as a concern because in just about 3 days from now, we're going to go into the fourth phase of lockdown, which is going to include a lot of relaxations. So that could mean more public coming out on the roads and also economic activities resuming. But we also need to keep our mortality rate in different states checked. And like we've been saying, the state-specific guidelines are likely to come out because the situation is not that worrisome in a lot of states. For example, Telangana, the number of cases is in Tamil Nadu, the number of cases is nearly 10,000, but the death toll is just 64. So the mortality rate is what we need to keep in check. The number of cases are going to rise given the fact that now even asymptomatic people are being tested across the country. So the numbers are expected to rise, but the mortality and the recoveries is what we need to keep in check. And that is something that we'll be tracking over the next few days as India enters fourth phase of the lockdown. For the moment, handing it back to you.
Oh, yes. The recovery rate, which has now surged past 33.6%. The total number of cases stand at 78,003. 49,219 active cases so far, and 2,549 people who have succumbed to the virus from across the country, and more than 26,000 people who have recovered. That takes the recovery rate to more than 33%, but several states that remain the worst affected, a huge concern over Maharashtra, Gujarat, also the national capital.